Well, let's now shift our focus to the political party primaries, which will be continuing today in the Orange Democratic Movement. 5 counties will be having those primaries this morning: Kajiado, Trans Nzoia, Nyamira counties, Taita Taveta County, as well as Nakuru County. Let's take a look at what is at stake and who are the players in these particular ODM nominations. And we begin with Nyamira County, which will really have the most at stake this morning. And in the gubernatorial aspirants there, we have John Obiero Nyangarama, and who is the incumbent governor of Nyamira County. He will be battling it out with West Mugirango Member of Parliament James Gesani, as well as debutant Aboko John Kumenda. So this is set to be a very heated race for the gubernatorial seat in Nyamira County, but analysts say that it is likely to be a 2-horse race here between Gasemi and Nyangarama. But taking a look at the senatorial aspirants here, we have Eric Okongo Mogeni, who is going at it unopposed after receiving a direct nomination ticket, so not much happening in terms of the senatorial race in Nyamira County. But moving on to the constituencies now, in Kitutu Masaba constituency in Nyamira County, Timothy Moseti is also going at it there, and Edward Bosire, and that is a Kitutu Masaba constituency in Nyamira County. Let's take a look at the next constituency there, and that is West Mugirango constituency, where we have Peter Nyagonchonga Omboga running for under the ODM ticket there for Member of Parliament West Mugirango constituency. And we also have Julius Kimwomi Matere, Dennis Anyoka Moturi, as well as Polycarp Barake Orero. So it is 4 of them. They're running for that ODM ticket in West Mugirango constituency. And moving on to North Mugirango constituency, another one here with a direct nomination ticket is Charles Mungare Geni, and he will be going at it unopposed once again. And also, other than the North Mugirango constituency, let's take a look at what else is at stake there in Nyamira County. All right, there we go. That is Borabu constituency. Yabesh Nyandoro Kambi also going at it unopposed in Borabu constituency. So really, what we're taking a look at in Nyamira County is the race for the gubernatorial seat. It is likely to be a very heated race with 3 candidates there running for the ODM ticket. But let's move away from Nyamira County now and take a look at Taita Taveta County, which will also be participating in the ODM primaries. Incumbent Governor John Mrutu will be battling it out with Thomas Ludindi Mwadehu, who has promised to unseat the incumbent John Mrutu. Quite a lot is already going on in Taita Taveta County with regard to allegations that those are supposed to tally the votes are really just affiliated to one of the candidates. And take a look at the senatorial race in Taita Taveta County. Tyrol Olinga will be battling it out with Jones Mashushe Mwaruma under the ODM ticket for the senatorial position. That is as well another race to look out for in Taita Taveta County. And in the constituencies, in Taveta constituency, Ruth Mkumbulu Lelewa will be going at it alone there. Francis Mtalaki later on will be giving us more details at what will unfold in Taita Taveta. Moving on to Wundanyi constituency, we have Raymond Joel and Mwakila Mwangola, who will be battling it out for Wundanyi constituency Member of Parliament. And moving on to the next constituency there, and that is Mwatate constituency. Christopher Mwadime Mwambingu will be battling it out with Andrew Mwadime for Taita constituency. Many thinking they are related because of the name, but they are not. And then in Voi constituency, Jones Mwagongo Mlolwa will be going at it alone as well. Now that is a look at what is at stake in Taita Taveta County. But let's take a look at what is at stake in Trans Nzoia County, where the nominations are also taking place. And in Trans Nzoia County, the senatorial position will be Beatrice Kakali Kitiabi will be looking for the senatorial ticket under the ODM party. And moving on to the constituencies there, in Kwanza constituency, Trans Nzoia County, Jacob Nalanda Nasongo will be seeking the ODM ticket as well. And in Endebess constituency, 3 contenders, Peter Wekesa and Moses Wanjala, as well as Ainea Masinde, will be looking to unseat the incumbent for the Endebess constituency member of parliament, also under the ODM ticket. Let's take a look at what else is at stake in Saboti constituency. We have Robert Wanjala Makona and Caleb Amisi Luyai who will be battling it out for that ticket. A lot here at stake in Saboti constituency as well. And in Cherangany constituency, Alfred Sahani Kadima is the only contender there looking for the ODM ticket to contest for that seat in Chengarany constituency. All right, well, that's the latest, and we'll be taking a look at what is at play in the different counties. All right, let's now cross over live to Nyamira County, where Chris Thairo is on standby to give us the latest on the ground. Chris, we have already had a lot of allegations from Nyamira County Governor John Nyangarama saying that there is an issue with the voters register, a debate whether they will be using the IEBC register or the ODM register. What can you tell us on the ground about this?
Well, a very good morning to you, Michelle, and of course our viewers. We are coming to you live from County 046, where it has been a cold morning, and of course it has been raining the whole night. But what I can confirm is that the residents here are already up and running, and of course doing their normal activities, even as they await for the big day. Remember, it is a big day for the Orange Democratic Movement Party. Of course, supporters are given a chance to decide who will fly the ODM ticket on various elective seats come the 8th of August. And for now, what I can state is that all the polling stations in Nyamira County are yet to open. We expect that that process should be starting in the next few minutes, because party officials had already promised that by 7 a.m. Most of all the polling centers will already be opened, and of course ready for supporters of ODM to decide who will fly the ODM ticket come 8th of August. And as you correctly put it, there has been an issue regarding which register to use, whether to use the IEBC register or to use the party register. And the allegations of those who support the use of IEBC register are claiming that those who are in support of the party register have already infiltrated other members from other counties, and during the party recruitment they used that opportunity to ensure that they have their own supporters from even not only from Nyamira County, but as far as Kisii County and of course other counties that neighbor Nyamira County. And that has been the issue for those who don't support the use of party register. But there are those who are insisting that it's good to use the IEBC register so that it can ensure that those who are going to decide on who will fly the ODM tickets are from Nyamira County, and of course their voter registers and their voter cards and their identical ID of course indicate that they come from Nyamira County. But we are yet to get an official statement from the party regarding which registers they are going to use, and of course that is an issue that will be keeping our viewers up to date and up to speed, telling them what are some of the issues that of course will be arising during that process. Remember that in Nyamira County we have 4 constituencies, that is Borabu, North Mugirango, West Mugirango, and of course Kitutu Masaba. But what to expect from the 4 constituencies, only 2 will be holding the party primaries, that is Borabu and West Mugirango. Since in Kitutu Masaba, the current MP Timothy Bosire, who is also the party's treasurer, was handed a direct nomination, as well as his counterpart from North Mugirango, that is Charles Geni, was also handed a direct ticket. And so there will be no party nominations for member of parliament in those 2 constituencies. But the rest, that's Borabu and West Mugirango, will be fighting out for that ODM ticket. But focus will now narrow down to the position of governor. Remember that high stakes are still on that position of governor, on who will fly the ODM ticket for the governorship position. We already have 3 aspirants. That's the incumbent already, John Nyagarama, and of course the West Mugirango Member of Parliament, Dr. James Gesami, and Dr. John Kumenda. Those are the 3 aspirants, but the race has narrowed down to 2. That is Dr. James Gesami and of course the incumbent John Nyagarama. And of course we'll be expecting that by the end of the tallying, we will be telling Kenyans who will represent Nyamira County in terms of ODM party when they meet at the ballot that comes the 8th of August. When you go to the position of senatorial position in Nyamira County, we know that currently it is held by Kennedy Omogeni, and Kennedy Omogeni will not be defending that position since he has already announced his interest to vie for the presidency come 8th of August. And so that position is vacant, and no one will be, he will not be defending that seat. And the ODM party has already handed over a direct ticket to advocate Eric Okongo Omogeni, and he is the man who will be flying that ticket. On terms of the women representative seat in Nyamira County, the incumbent, that is Alice Chai, she has already been handed that direct nomination, and of course she will not be participating in ODM primaries since she is ready and assured that her name will finally be on the ballot come the 8th of August. And so that is the scenario. But you know, after whoever who will win the party or the ticket, of course they'll still have to face their challenges in other political parties. For instance, Jubilee, Wiper Party, and other parties that have already fielded aspirants to contest for those elective positions. Michelle.
Yes, Chris, one of the things that soiled the nominations in Busia was lack of preparedness. We had, the voting beginning almost 3 hours late. Does it look like there's a bit more organization in terms of the ballot papers getting to the places they're supposed to be? Basically, how is the organization so far?
So far, so good. Mike, I can confirm that by yesterday, officials of the party were already on the ground. But let's see how things turn up, because it has been raining the whole night. And of course, been in Nyamira County, where it is, I expect that most of the inroads are not yet carpeted, and maybe they might be tarmacked. They are tarmac roads, which when it rains, it might have the difficulty in terms of using vehicles in those roads or transporting those ballot boxes into the far-flanked constituencies or polling centers in this county. But let's hope that how they had already planned that these process will be starting by around 7 in the morning. It will, of course, they will, of course, keep their word. And let's just hope that they will not be facing more challenges. But critical, Mike, also to note is that in terms of security, the county commissioner has already assured the aspirants and supporters that there will be adequate security in all the polling centers, and finally at the tallying center, which will be here at here in town. Of course, we'll be waiting to see on how they will be conducting that process, especially until they decide to hand over the person who will be flying that ODM ticket his certificate, of course.
All right, Thairu, let's focus on preparation in terms of avoiding what has already been witnessed in different counties. Just yesterday in the Borabo constituency, we had residents carry out demonstrations over the non-inclusion of the name of an ODM aspirant in the nominations list, something that, probably could be an indication of what we should expect today. But how did the ODM Elections Board deal with this issue?
Well, Michelle, that is a challenge that actually has already started being seen that it might occur. And it's not only in Borabu, even in West Mugirango, there were those aspirants who had already started raising queries indicating that they can't see their names in the list. But it's yet to be confirmed which list are they using. Are they using the IEBC list or they are using the ODM list? Remember that when it comes to the IEBC list, of course, they are using the 2013 list. So if you had not registered before 2013, of course, you will not expect to get your name since IEBC is yet to make it official, the register that will be used come 2017. We know that KPMG has already been given that tender to clean up the register so that they can remove those who have double registered or those who have died, and so that those aspirants and, of course, Kenyans can feel safe and they are assured that there will be free and fair elections. But if at all they're using the party register, then it indicates that up to the last day that the party was recruiting members, then the names should be on that party list. So we'll just be waiting to see whether the party will handle this issue, because I remember in Narok the same issue occurred, and what aspirants and supporters agreed is that if you have that voter's card and you have your identity card, but your name is missing on that list, then at least you'll be given that assurance of voting. But first, they were insisting that you send a code through your phone to the party so that it can confirm whether you are indeed a member of the party before you vote. Of course, sometimes you might get that your name is not on the party list, but when you try to dial in that code with your name and details, then it brings you a message indicating that indeed you are a member of the party. But these are issues that we'll be looking out for, and of course issues that have already been raised, and let's hope that the party will take appropriate action and of course early enough to ensure that they deal with some of these challenges. Michelle.
Thank you very much, Chris Thairo, our reporter who is in Nyamira County, and like we had mentioned, we are certainly going to be bringing you a detailed report of how